Our new One Nation government, a people's government, will set out from constituencies that have never returned a Conservative MP for 100 years. And yes, they will have an overwhelming mandate from this election to get Brexit done, and we will honour that mandate by January the 31st. And so in this moment of national resolution, I want to speak directly to those who made it possible, and to all those who voted for us for the first time, and those whose pencils may have wavered over the...
Oh my god. I just really wonder whether people can actually see what I see. I've had to add this bit in afterwards. Right, there's one road, right? One road. Look at the height of these people, and they're supposed to be that distance away from the camera. And then here's the Prime Minister and Jen only across the road. This is not a wide road. I've been there. It's not like a two-lane road, okay? You can see through, you can just see it's a road, right? Yeah, single road, well, I think it is. But anyway, it's not a big road. And you can see the cameraman here and the size of him. And then look at the size of him! Look at it! In the road. Oh my god, my voice has gone up because I just can't believe it. Literally stand in a road and see the other side of it, a single road, and look at the size of him. Now look at the size of the Prime Minister. Look at that. Look at that. Look. He's smaller than the people over there. Oh my, I don't know whether to cry or laugh. Look at the size of... I'm sorry. Look at the size of Boris. Look at the size of the cameraman. He's basically a car distance away. Look at it. Look what they're giving us. Oh my... The size of Boris. Anyway, I'm adding this bit, so the rest of the video is what I made before. I'm just... Wow, what do they think we are? Stupid? Yes, Boris giving a speech today saying that he's obviously won and he's overjoyed and the work starts now. But I was relieved that we didn't quite get a picture like this when you know that the side of the president's head doesn't match. You know, it goes to about there and then they've stuck that bit on somehow. But his ear, you can see, it doesn't match. It just doesn't. His ears don't match. And then you realise that the top of his head is just so out of perspective, really. Anyway, this one isn't even probably the best one to use, but at least I was relieved that we could see through the top of his head. That, you know, it wasn't the boxes round like obviously in the American stuff that I've been looking at. That at least you could see through his hair. It looks more natural, more normal. And I was like, oh! And then we get to the next bit and I can't believe it. I don't know what goes on here. I can't even explain it. The cameraman isn't really moving that much. The cameraman's only moving a tiny bit. Now those people are supposed to be there, but you don't actually see the same thing going on with the people as you see going on with Boris. And there's just something wrong. So they must have recorded all this well before as well. I mean, it does say somewhere on there that unless I've cut it off, that about 67% of the public voted, which actually is quite a lot. But look at the tree and him. Just look at the people. They are not moving like that tree and Boris. Boris shouldn't be moving like that. I'm sorry, none of that should be doing that. Do you see how weird it is? I just see it. You just cannot mistake it. Look. The cameraman, look, you can see the man here with the microphone. So you can see that the cameraman isn't really moving very much. But look, they're not. They're not doing the same as this. Here. Look at it. Just look what goes on with that tree. Can anybody explain that? That is just so weird. Anyway, so that's our pile of tricks for you. A pile of tricks. The people have only voted that majority because they don't want to be part of this European thing, which is actually, if everybody woke up, would realise it's all part of New World Order. But it's not really going to make any difference that they voted Conservative because they're all in on it. Because look at that. How the hell does that happen when you can see this guy here and you can see these people and they are not moving like this tree? There's no way that cameraman would be able to be moved like that. Look, you can see everything. He's not really moving very far. So, a landslide victory for Boris, right? We're 2 minutes into the live feed, which they would have been sitting there for 10-15 minutes waiting for it to come on to get the people in. We are 2 minutes in and only 3 people have come, and we are 9 hours on and only 6,000 people watched it. He had a landslide majority. Look at the numbers here. Look how many people are in the chat room. So I'm just whizzing it on. More people do eventually turn up in the chat room, but look. We are 3 minutes in and there's still a gap, so that's the only people that have come in 3 minutes. There you go. It takes to 3 minutes of the 5 minutes before we come down to the bottom. The BBC didn't have a chat room on it, but I don't know if you can see that it says around 67% of the voters turned out. Around. Yeah, right. As if they know, as if that's true. But anyway, it was a landslide election. Look at that. That is a pretty healthy win, right? But still only 53,000 watched. And this video came out, does it say? It doesn't say how many hours ago. It's sort of strange. It doesn't say how many hours ago it is. But anyway, only 53,000 people have watched that. It's a landslide victory. It should be hundreds of thousands. But just one more time so that you do see what I'm trying to say. Just look at the people. They are not moving like him and that tree. Look, you can see that they're not moving like him and that tree. What the hell is this? Look at it. It couldn't even just film a normal thing. It's all got to be doctored, all of it. Why? What's the matter with them all? Oh my goodness gracious me. Anyway, there you go again. It's like they're turning. The picture gets turned around. I just don't know. Now it looks like in the 1800s they could do this with photography, supposedly, by making it kind of 3D like by doing that, and that's what it kind of gives the effect of, that it's kind of 3D like. Anyway, a bit of politics from the UK.